bounced away from clubs, frowned upon in hotels, and restricted gym access. 2 weeks into their Barefoot fundraising project, and these two Shantonite bankers have realized their sacrifices to walking without shoes in Singapore.
I've been bounced from a few clubs. They wouldn't let me into some clubs because I had no shoes on. Safety issues, I guess. Had a few dodgy looks. We went to the Fullerton for brunch on Sunday, and I was barefoot, and it wasn't appreciated, I don't think so.
I've had to stop going to gym and to focus on yoga now.
Was this the gym itself?
Yeah, definitely. Same as Dave said, safety issues. So I guess you can't drop weights on your toes now, so it's got to stay clear of it. Well, running, we normally run a bit home from work, and that's been a bit tougher than normal.
I don't know, I think I've got bad circulation in my feet, so my feet get really cold in the office. So I sit there freezing, so I've had to wrap a plastic bag around my feet because it doesn't constitute footwear. So it's been that's been the toughest for me.
So have you actually had to go for more pedicures and stuff like that as well?
Maybe the last day, after 1 month, go for one massive pedicure. I'm not sure if that's for me.
Peter's got a wife that massages his feet every evening, so I've got no one, so I need someone.
That's a lie. I do not massage my husband's feet. I'm the pregnant one, so he massages my feet.
So she gets the good treatment.
Yes.
So the truth is out, and Pam also reveals...
I think he's got some strange looks. Definitely when we go to places like for dinner and things like that, people look at him a bit oddly.
Do you feel embarrassed when you go out with him? Like for dinner, fancy dinner maybe?
A little bit in the beginning, but then I just got used to it. I try to dress a little bit smarter to try and compensate for him.
Peter and David have shed their shoes since 12th of March to raise funds for India, which helps poor children in the streets of Jaipur. Their goal is $5,000 and they've already raised $3,900, mostly through donations via the website soulgivers.com. So, what is their best experience so far?
A random Japanese guy.
Oh, yeah. No, he's a random guy we passed in the street, and we offered him a beer if he would take off his shoes. So he took off his shoes, and by the end he wanted to donate his shoes to us, and picked up the tab as well for the bar.
Awesome. If you're watching, thanks very much for paying.
And the worst part of the Barefoot for a Month project?
There's been one or two dodgy urinals when even if you're standing on your tiptoes, you just can't avoid everything.
Well, worst, is definitely the public toilet situation.
Any injuries along the way?
We ran home in the rain and it was slippery, so that just was barely not possible. It was almost a bit dangerous. So whereas if you've got shoes on, you can still press on and run through the rain. Otherwise, it's okay. I think everything's okay. Maybe just a blister.
So far?
1 or 2 thorns.
Just blisters from running home, but other than that, nothing big. I think Singapore is really easy. It's really clean, right? There's no broken glass or chewing gum that can get stuck on your foot, anything like that. So,
what inspired them to go barefoot for charity were the efforts of a friend who ran a half marathon barefoot down the east and west coast of Singapore last year in April and raised $2,700 for India. He has since set up the soulgivers.com website to continue raising funds for the charity.
We're just trying to follow up on what he did and try and trump him and go one better.
We're doing it for a month. He did it for 2 days, right? We're going for Lent.
And the very same inspiring friend Chris turned up at their fundraising party last Friday, so we just had to ask.
Do you think them going barefoot for a month is tougher, or you running a half marathon is tougher?
I trained for quite a long time. I trained for about 6 months to harden my feet. The toughest part was not necessarily the running itself. It was afterwards patching up all the wounds. So I'd have a lot of cuts and things, and disinfecting them just really hurt, I don't know, I think my potential for injury was probably higher, but their day-to-day frustration is probably worse. You've got to watch where you stand all the time in case there's creepy crawlies. So I think, doing it over a concentrated period like I did was probably a bit easier than they are doing for the month. A month's pretty hardcore, I think.
At the end of the day, it's the children of Jaipur who will benefit from their fundraising efforts, including having a chance with basic necessities, including shoes to protect their feet in the slums where they rummage through rubbish to recycle and sell. For more on Peter and David's Barefoot campaign, check out our other clip.